Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nirvan and my channel name is Mr. 239 Worldwide. Hey, so it's been a long time since I've actually done a video like this, and it's about gardening, planting. I've started my channel, and if you haven't seen any of my previous videos when I first started 2 years ago, it was all about gardening and planting, which is my passion, and it still is my passion. But I've just taken a break from it, and I want to go back to it, and I want to touch base with some of you that are interested in planting. If you guys don't like gardening, you don't like planting, change the video, watch something else. But if you want to just be a little bit educational about this, then I want to show something to you guys. And I've been approached by some family members that are pretty much they're newly married folks, and they want to learn about gardening themselves. And I said, you know what? I'll start you off with a 101 course about gardening. So this is what I want to show you guys about. So the easiest thing to plant is, in my mind, is tomatoes. You can't go bad with tomatoes. It doesn't matter what kind of tomatoes you buy, what variety of tomatoes you buy. Tomatoes are literally the easiest thing to grow. Whether you're in an apartment, you can grow it out on your balcony if you have an apartment balcony, or even if you don't even have an outside backyard or nothing like that, you can still grow it in a pot next to a window that has sunlight, and your tomatoes will prosper. I can almost guarantee you that if you follow my steps, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so today, educational. If you want to learn, check this out. All right, so I went to grocery store. All right, one of those big box stores, and I got some tomatoes. Your regular variety tomatoes. These are romaine. I'm sorry, Roma, Roma tomatoes. And I usually use these in my general cooking, whether it's breakfast or lunch or whatever. But how do you get from a seed to one of these things that you can eat with your lunch or eat with your breakfast? So that is what I'm going to walk you through in this video, or at least I'm going to try my best to. All right. So today I'm going to show you. So literally, this is the easiest way that I can think of. Go get yourself a tomato from your store. All right, doesn't matter what store, just get a tomato. All right, leave the tomato on your counter, like your kitchen counter. It doesn't have to be in dark place. It doesn't have to be a light place. Just leave it there. Leave it there for a month, maybe longer if possible, maybe a month and a half. And what you will notice about the tomato is that, yes, it's going to start to ferment a little bit. It's not going to smell at first, but what you will start noticing is on the blemish of the tomatoes, you're going to start seeing little bumps, right? And that's basically some of the seeds are starting to grow within the tomato itself. All right, they're pretty much this is like the mommy, and it's pretty much starting to try to poke out of the skin of the tomato. All right, so unfortunately, I don't have an actual tomato that's doing that. My wife did I'm sorry, not my wife, but I actually used up the ones that, and I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Once it starts to form those little bumps all over the tomatoes, that means that tomato is ready to start planting. All right, so now what you do is you cut open that tomato. Use a knife, cut it open. You're going to find literally about 200 seeds in there. All right, now that 200 seeds, what you will now do is you will take those seeds, and those seeds will pretty much have little stems coming out of it. All right, it's not going to have leaves or nothing like that as yet. It's just going to be like a white shoot, it's called, that's coming out of the seed itself. All right, that shoot and that seed, right, they're very fragile. All right, but there's hundreds of them in just one tomato. All right, now that those seeds, what you can do is go to your garden center, maybe Home Depot, 99-cent store. It doesn't matter where you get the soil from. Buy a bag of soil, okay? And when you get the bag of soil, make sure the soil does not have fertilizer, because for baby plants and seeds, you don't need fertilizer until it reaches about 6 inches to maybe 1 foot in length. Then you can start adding some very mild fertilizer. Now I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, all right? But stay with me and let me show you what's the next step. So you have this hundreds of seeds in this one tomato, okay? Now what you do is that soil, that unfertilized soil, right? Some 99-cent store carries it $1.25 for a bag, or like a bag of soil. Get some pots, get some small pots like these, all right? Whatever container you want, okay? And it doesn't have to be a pot. It can be a bucket. It can be whatever your choice is, right? It's gonna be in your house, and it's gonna be in your windowsill or in your garden, okay? Now you take those seeds and you sprinkle it on the top of the soil, okay? Now those seeds, remember that I told you already, it has those little sprouts coming out of it. Now what you do is you grab a handful of soil from the bag, okay, and lightly cover, okay? Now I'm going to be very specific about this, okay? If you have a pot this size, you're only grabbing a handful of soil and you're lightly covering those seeds that are in there, okay? And get a spray bottle from the 99-cent store, like this. Make sure it's on spray, not on the heavy stuff, right? Spray like that, okay? And you spray it. Give it a good soaking, okay? Now, it depends on your climate too, okay? So, Florida, where I'm at, it's normally very hot all of the time. It's you probably might get a few cold days here and there, but if you're in Florida, you should already know about planting. If you don't, that's still okay. Just remember, it dries out. The soil will dry out very quickly, okay? So especially if you're in a warm climate, or if your apartment is normally over 75 degrees inside the apartment, your soil will start to dry out very quickly. All right, so get the spray bottle every day. Give it a good spray. Give it a good spray. I'm talking about, yeah, go at it. Okay, the spray, it's not gonna kill the plant. It's very gentle. Spray bottles are very gentle. All right, and just give that soil a good soaking every day. All right, keep it in the sunlight. If you're in an apartment, if you have next to a window or something, keep these baby plants next to that window. All right, let it get the sunlight. You do not need to cover the top of it. You do not need to put cellophane wrap or cling wrap. I know a lot of gardeners out there, they make you go into all these expenses, right? I'm trying to save you the expense and also give you the one-on-one on how easy this stuff is, all right? So just put it just like that. And what you will start to notice is, and I'm gonna zoom in on this, okay? Do you see the little tiny one that's there? All by its lonesome self? That is what you're gonna see within a few days. I'm talking maybe 3 to 4 days. You will start seeing leaves like that. All right? Now, next, after a few days, they will start to develop like these now. All right? Which is literally about maybe a week to maybe 2 weeks, they will turn into this length. All right? Now, here in Florida right now, we're in January, mid-January. We're getting a little bit of a cold sprout, cold weather coming in. It hit maybe 40 degrees. My plants are all outside. They're not dying. because it got acclimated to the weather. Now, okay, we're using big words now, right? Acclimation for plants basically means I put these seeds outside in this soil 2 weeks ago, all right? In warm weather, we're talking over 75 degrees weather, all right? Now, I kept these outside, even though it's 45 degrees right now. I'm feeling cold, right? I'm gonna go run inside and warm up in a few seconds, but these are out here in 45 degrees weather right now, and they're doing perfectly fine. Look how healthy they are, all right? I also had my daughter help me, and she did her own little project. She had a Home Depot planter pot that she did last year. All right, take a look, take a look. And she planted her own seeds. I did not help her. We're talking a 9-year-old doing this, okay? All I did was I told her, just be careful with the seeds when, when you're taking it out of the tomato. Don't be rough with it, and just sprinkle it on the soil. And then I told her the same thing like I'm telling you. Grab a handful of soil, throw it over the seeds, lightly cover it, just lightly cover it, and then water every day. All right, and you'll end up with plants like this. Now I'm gonna do a follow-up video. All right, I'm gonna do a follow-up video with you guys in about, let's say, 2 months. And what do you think you guys are gonna see? You guys are gonna see some tomatoes probably on my trees. All of these. Look at this. Look at this. And also look at this. All of that is just from half of a tomato. Maybe not even half. Yeah, I'm talking half of this tomato. This little small Roma tomato. All these plants that you just saw here. Look at all these plants. I'm gonna move it a little closer, all right? All of these. Here, so you have a better look. All right, move it into the camera view. All of these, and we're talking about a good maybe 20 plants. Those are 20 seeds from just this tomato, and it's only about half of a tomato that I use. All right, no exaggeration there, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's growing a tomato plant is the easiest thing. You can use tomatoes in all of your cooking. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, salads, whatever it is delicious. If you cannot eat tomatoes because you have acid reflux, those kind of things, I understand. Maybe get some antacid pills. Enjoy your tomatoes. They're delicious. They're healthy for you. All right, but now, like I promised, in about 2 months from now, I'm gonna do a follow-up video, and I'm gonna show you what these tomato plants are looking like. All right, and hopefully we can pick some tomatoes together if you join me in that video. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'm gonna keep on trying to do more gardening videos for you guys. I know you guys have been waiting too long for these videos, and I've been showing you other things, and it's only because I'm excited about my move to Florida and things like that, so I'm trying to get folks to, like, especially the Caribbean folks, trying to get you guys to have the look and feel of what the west coast of Florida is all about. So that's why I'm doing those videos. I'm trying to encourage the Caribbean folks to come to the west coast. You guys are all on the east coast of Florida, and that's fine. And you guys are also on the north of Florida. That's fine also. But I don't see a lot of y'all in the west coast of Florida. So anyways, this is my tomato video. Signing off for now. Enjoy your tomatoes. Tomato out later. Catch you later.